Update. During a family vacation, my parents gave my room to my sister and her kids and told me to come home. So I booked the penthouse suite in the same hotel. But they showed up at the door of my new room with suitcases. Part 2. The next morning, I met my parents at the airport. We checked in, boarded the flight, and 5 hours later, we were landing in Honolulu. The air was warm and fragrant when we stepped off the plane, and despite my reservations about spending so much time with my parents, I felt a wave of excitement. Our hotel was about 20 minutes from the airport, a mid-range place with a decent-sized pool and beach access. During check-in, I chatted with a receptionist, a friendly woman named Kai. "We're fully booked for the standard rooms," she told me. "You're very lucky you made reservations when you did. We only have our luxury penthouses available now, and those are quite a bit more expensive." I nodded, taking the key card she handed me. "Thanks for the information." My room was simple but clean, with a queen bed, a small balcony, and a bathroom with a shower. After unpacking, I changed into shorts and a t-shirt and met my parents by the pool for a drink. We spent that day and the next exploring the hotel grounds, swimming in the ocean, and adjusting to the time difference. It was actually pleasant. My parents were more relaxed here, less focused on comparing me to Lisa, and I found myself enjoying their company more than I had in years. But on our third day in Hawaii, everything changed. I was applying sunscreen in my room, preparing for a morning at the beach, when there was a loud knock on my door. When I opened it, I found my parents standing there with worried expressions. Behind them stood Lisa, looking frazzled, with Jack clutching her hand. "Lisa," I said, stunned, "what are you doing here?" Lisa collapsed dramatically onto my bed. "Tom and I had another huge fight. I couldn't stay in that house another minute. So I took some money from his wallet and bought tickets for me and the kids." "You stole money from Tom?" I asked, unable to hide my shock. Lisa glared at me. "It's our money, even if he controls it all. I deserve this vacation, and so do the kids." Mom nodded supportively. "Of course you do, sweetheart. But where are you staying?" I asked, looking at their luggage. "Did you book a room?" Lisa and my parents exchanged glances. "That's the problem," Lisa said, her voice suddenly small. "I had enough for the flights, but not for a hotel room." I thought about what Kai had told me at check-in. "All the standard rooms are booked. There's nothing available except the expensive penthouses." "Exactly," Dad said, now looking directly at me with an intensity that made me uncomfortable. The room fell silent. Everyone was staring at me with expectant expressions. Finally, Mom broke the silence. "Amber, you need to pack your things." "What?" I asked, certain I'd misheard. "Pack your things," she repeated firmly. "Lisa and the children need your room." I looked at their faces, Mom's determined, Dad's expectant, Lisa's entitled, and felt a surge of anger. "Where exactly am I supposed to go?" I asked, crossing my arms. Dad shrugged. "You could find another hotel or fly home early if you can't find anything." "Lisa deserves this vacation more than you do," Mom added, as if that settled everything. "She's been through so much with Tom." I stared at them in disbelief. "Are you serious right now? You want me to give up my room that I've already paid for, and am currently staying in, so Lisa can have it after she stole money, and showed up unannounced?" "That's enough," Mom's voice was sharp. "This isn't up for discussion." And then, to my absolute shock, she walked over to my closet, grabbed my suitcase, and began throwing my clothes into it. "Mom, stop it!" I yelled, moving to take the suitcase from her, but she ignored me, continuing to toss my belongings haphazardly into the bag. When it was full, she zipped it shut and placed it in the hallway outside my room. "There," she said, "now Lisa and the children can settle in." I stood frozen, unable to process what was happening. Lisa was already directing the kids to put their backpacks on the bed, my bed. Dad was moving my toiletries from the bathroom counter into a plastic bag. I could have fought back. I could have called the front desk and had them removed, since the room was in my name. I could have created a scene that would have been talked about by hotel staff for years to come. But in that moment, looking at these people who were supposed to be my family, I felt something inside me break, and then reform into something harder, clearer. Without a word, I picked up my purse, turned, and walked out, leaving my suitcase in the hallway behind me. I could hear my parents and Lisa already discussing sleeping arrangements. My first instinct had been to book the next flight home, but as I approached the front desk, a better idea formed in my mind. I suddenly remembered the luxurious penthouses Kai had mentioned. Kai looked up as I approached her, her friendly smile faltering when she saw my expression. "Miss Wilson, is everything all right?" she asked. "Not really," I said honestly. "But I'm about to fix that. You mentioned you have penthouses available." Her eyes widened slightly. "Yes, we do, but they're significantly more expensive than standard rooms." "How much more expensive?" I asked. She quoted a figure that would have made me faint 2 years ago. Now I didn't even blink. "I'll take one," I said. "Your best one, please." I followed a bellhop who had retrieved my suitcase from the hallway outside my old room. We took a private elevator to the top floor, and when he opened the door to my new accommodations, I couldn't help but gasp. The penthouse was stunning, spacious, elegantly decorated with floor-to-ceiling windows offering a panoramic view of the ocean. The living area flowed into a dining space and a fully equipped kitchen. Beyond that was a massive bedroom with the biggest bed I'd ever seen. I opened a complimentary bottle of champagne, poured myself a glass, and stepped out onto the terrace. The sun was setting over the ocean, painting the sky in brilliant oranges and pinks. Leaning against the railing, I toasted to myself. "To knowing your worth," I said aloud, then took a long sip. That night, I slept better than I had in years, sprawled across a king-sized bed with sheets that felt like clouds. In the morning, I woke to a gentle knock, room service delivering a complimentary breakfast. After eating on my terrace, I decided to head down to the beach. As I crossed the lobby, I spotted my parents and Lisa with the kids near the entrance. They were heading out, presumably to find a cheap restaurant for breakfast, since the hotels was too expensive. Lisa spotted me first. "Amber, there you are." She waved as if we were just ordinary family members running into each other on vacation. I approached them slowly, keeping my expression neutral. "So," my mom said, with a smug smile, "where did you end up sleeping last night? Did you find another hotel?" Dad at least had the decency to look slightly uncomfortable. Before I could answer, Kai appeared beside me. "Miss Wilson, I wanted to confirm your cabana reservation for this afternoon. As our VIP guest, we've reserved the best location on the beach for you." My family's expression shifted from smug to confused. "VIP guest?" my mom repeated. Kai smiled brightly. "Yes, Miss Wilson is staying in our premier penthouse suite. As such, she has access to all our exclusive amenities, including private dining in our gourmet restaurant. Would your family be joining you for lunch today, Miss Wilson?" The looks on their faces were priceless. Lisa's jaw actually dropped. Mom's eyes bulged. Dad looked like he'd swallowed something sour. "No," I said calmly, "they won't be joining me." "Very well, enjoy your breakfast at Rico," Kai said to my family, referring to the cheap diner down the street that tourists on a budget frequented. With a casual wave to my stunned family, I continued toward the beach, feeling lighter than I had in years. Now comment update to tag you on part 3.